The fighting in Russia's Kursk region is particularly significant because of its potential role in future peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. Faced with the prospect of an unpredictable US President-elect Donald Trump promising to end the war quickly without specifying the terms, Ukraine hopes to use Russian territory as leverage, the New York Times writes. The Russians need to seize this territory at any cost, and they are throwing everything at it. And we are giving everything to hold it, says 46-year-old Ukrainian infantry platoon commander Sergeant Alexander. He emphasizes that the Ukrainian armed forces are destroying the occupiers' equipment and infantry so much that it is hard to even comprehend, and notes that the North Korean infantry has made the fighting more brutal. At the same time, Russia, relying on reinforcements from North Korea, is seeking to deprive Ukraine of control over part of the Kursk region. The situation deteriorated sharply when the North Koreans started arriving. They are putting massive pressure on our fronts, finding weak spots and breaking through them, added 30-year-old platoon commander Junior Sergeant Alexei. The media writes that Russia was able to recapture about half of the Kursk region territory lost in the summer with the help of 12,000 North Korean soldiers. The Ukrainian military, in turn, is not only defending itself, they have also launched a counter-offensive trying to gain a foothold west of Sudza. If they keep pressing and we don't respond, the enemy will feel superior. When someone keeps hitting you and you don't respond, the attacker starts to feel comfortable, even relaxed, says 44-year-old military intelligence officer Andrei. The situation remains unpredictable, the article says. Many Ukrainian soldiers fighting near Kursk believe that the losses of territory in eastern Ukraine would have been even greater without the operation on Russian territory. Captain Alexander Shirshin, 47th Mechanized Brigade Battalion commander, says Russia is using its most elite troops and best reserves in the Kursk region. He says many in the West perceive a full-scale war in Ukraine as a video game, not understanding the threat Russia poses to the world. Shirshin also acknowledged that morale among the military has dropped over the 3 years of the war, but notes that most soldiers still understand why they must fight. Stopping would mean our death, and that's it, he stressed.
Ukrainian border guards have targeted the invading Russian army soldiers with the use of the Czech-made RM-70 Vampire rocket launcher system. Images of the use of RM-70 Vampire in several directions of the front have been spread on social networks. It should be noted that in 2022, the Czech Republic provided at least 20 RM-70 Vampire rocket launchers to Ukraine as part of military assistance to Kiev. Being the modernized version of the standard RM-7122 multiple launch rocket system, MLRS, RM-70 Vampire was manufactured in February 2015. It can fire 40 rockets in less than 30 seconds. Since the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Czech Republic has delivered to Ukraine an undisclosed number of RM-70 Vampire 122mm multiple launch rocket systems. Russia and Ukraine held the first exchange of prisoners of war this year, swapping several dozens of soldiers. Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement Wednesday that 25 Russian soldiers were exchanged for the same number of Ukrainian servicemen. The Russian men are currently in Belarus, where they're receiving medical care and are being allowed to contact relatives. Russia's ombudswoman Tatyana Moskalkova said the exchanged Russian soldiers had been injured and will undergo medical treatment and rehabilitation soon. Her office also released video of a Russian soldier having an emotional phone call with her mother and another one calling his wife. According to the report by the Russian military, The exchange was facilitated by the UAE.
Hello, Mom. Here. Here. Come on. Road. Нормально. Еду домой. Очень хорошо. Да я даже, знаете, как рад.